Bitter criticism, a regular day, Sunday regular day. Um, I will, Tommy is being. I guess nobody will come today because it's Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday and people love to come here. But I'm going to take Tommy. I'm going to keep. I don't know how to say it. I will take Tommy. How to say, to catch him. We keep him in prison because people will die. People of fear. People will have a heart attack. That's the whole truth about Tommy. It's only fear. The people that came here, they got a hug from Tommy. Tommy wanted to go, but it was too late, Tommy. Too little, too late for you. And Tommy scared a lot of people here. So I will have Tommy attached here. What a bad impression for people, isn't it? I mean, two dogs screaming. And Tommy. Like the old days, Tommy. Do you remember? Well, I bet nobody will come here. Excuse me, Mursi. Excuse me. So, bitter criticism. Not Tommy. I mean, no interruptions. Yeah. No interruptions and no danger for people. There's a lot of people that got bited. They was bited by a dog. And they're scared about. They have traumatized. They got traumatized because of this bites. Because of getting beaten. So there's a lot of all kind of people around the world. Russia Today. Motorcade carrying Russian ambassador hit by explosion. An escort vehicle carrying Albert Korev's delegation has struck a landmine in Pakistan, resulting in injuries to police. Yeah, look, Pakistan is super interesting because it's been under a coup d'etat. I have to say that coup d'etat in Pakistan by United States, of course, by the CIA. That's the world we live in. September 22, 2024, home Russia and former Soviet Union. Motorcade carrying Russian ambassador hit by explosion. An escort vehicle carrying Albert Korev's delegation has struck a landmine in Pakistan, resulting in injuries to police. This was an accident, I guess, yeah. So there's not so much intelligence to do this, It's not on purpose to kill Albert Korev. It's just Pakistan is just a chaotic world, a chaotic country, full of war, and that's it. But all this problem, all this chaos is due to America. A motorcade carrying Russian ambassador Albert Korev and other diplomats has been hit by an explosion in Pakistan, the country's mission has said in a statement. The envoy was traveling in a motorcade alongside a delegation involving ambassadors of several other nations. Earlier in the day, the delegation attended a tourism forum hosted by the Trade and Industry Chamber of Islamabad. Islamabad is the scenario of Aladdin. Aladdin. It's funny, isn't it? Because they're like Indians, but they are Muslims. So Pakistan is very interesting. The envoy was traveling in a motor. I just read that. Several police officers were injured in the blast after an escort car hit a landmine. The Russian embassy said none of the diplomats were injured. It added, the Pakistani authorities have acknowledged the incident, confirming that all members of the delegation were evacuated safely from the site of the blast. Quote, all the ambassadors remained safe in the attack and had been shifted to a safe place before their departure to Islamabad. Deputy Inspector General of Police Mohammad Ali Gandapur told Reuters. According to police, the officer was killed in the blast and 4 others were injured. The squad that was leading the convoy was hit by a roadside bomb. Swat District Police Officer Sahidullah Khan said. Well, this was an accident, and here we have and now we have how to say a journalism war against England, against the UK. September 22, 2024, Home World News. New rape reported every hour in London. So this is kind of not blackmail, but just information war, I guess. But this, I guess, is absolutely true. You will not read this in The Guardian. New rape reported every hour in London. Charities claim the real figure is far higher. With some crimes not brought to the police, definitely. Anyway, so we have a sad woman got raped. There is one rape report every hour in London, according to police data published on Friday. Almost 8,800 cases were handled in 2023, which is an average of 24 each day. The figures were obtained by the BBC through Freedom of Information requests and show a further 11,000 reports of other sexual offenses. The total increased by 14% over the last 5 years to almost 20,000 in 2023, which means that sexual violence or rape was reported to police every 26 and a half minutes on average. Charities concerned with protecting children and women against sexual violence said the true extent of such incidents is far higher. The London-based Rape Crisis Center has branded the findings quote, horrifying, telling the BBC that urgent change is needed. The charity claims only 1 in 6 women who are raped report the crime. Among male victims, that figure is said to be 1 in 5. Only one in four will report other types of sexual assault. Shockingly, the police statistics also reveal that over 4,300 children reported being a victim of rape or sexual assault in 2023, explaining a sharp increase in abuse by under 18's National Police Chiefs Council led for Child Protection, Ian Critchley, said in February that a rise in sexual assaults on children by other children could be attributed to a toxic online culture such as violent pornography. I will tell you, pornography is not that bad, but violent pornography maybe is terrible, yeah. I don't know about that. I just care about beauty, you know. Yeah, I watch porn. I'm a terrible human being. I'm watching porn, but the porn I watch is always, I mean, consent, and is always a pleasure for everybody. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, and read more related news. CIA officer jailed for sexually abusing dozens of women. Yeah, but I guess I'm not going. Yeah, I'm going to read this because CIA. You know, let's say the truth. You know, this terror. There was war of terror that Pepe Escobar said. This war of terror. This war of terror is all about CIA. You know, CIA did that. The CIA did that. These explosions of cell phones. You know, if something happened in, let me tell you, let's put it very clear, very clearly. If this continue to happen in the whole world, like Latin America, if this happened in Latin America, like let's say a cell phone exploding in Latin America, there will be no ease, you know, where people will get this with no ease. There will be war. There will be, when people understand what's going on, it will be too late for the global north, you know. Absolutely. So do it. I myself, I will explode some stuff, but I don't know how, you know. I'll try to explode this Samsung cell phone right now. Explode, motherfucker, explode. I cannot do it because I guess it's too old. This cell phone barely keep recording. Anyway, police and officials also attribute the increase to more frequent reporting of offenses. Charges for sexual crimes have risen significantly in recent years, according to the statistics. There were 818 charges in 2018, falling to 800 the following year, but steadily rising since to over 1,400 in 2023. In August, the UK Home Office said rape offences that led to a charge took the long time to probe. About 423 days on average. This compared with 55 days for violence against the person offenses, and 28 days for theft. That is very tricky, you know. It's very, what the hell we are going to do with rapists? About 423 days on average. It's like a year. It's like a year for a raper, for a rapist. Back in Brazil, rapists, they suffer a lot in prison, I guess. And 28 days for theft. Anyway, following a series of high-profile incidents of violence against women by serving London Metropolitan Police officers, the issue of public confidence in policing have received greater attention. Only 4 out of 10 people in England say they trust the police, with the British capital's cops getting the lowest score. A survey suggests in April, a total of 657 Metropolitan Police officers were under investigation for sexual abuse, domestic abuse, or a combination of both last year. And CIA officer jailed for sexually abusing dozens of women. 3 days ago, September 19. Home World News. Brian Jeffrey Raymond photographed his victims and kept detailed notes on the abuse he committed, a Washington, D.C. court heard. Brian Jeffrey Raymond, as seen in a photograph released by the FBI on October 25, 2021. A former CIA officer has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for drugging and sexually assaulting more than 24 women while working for the agency in South America. Law enforcement found hundreds of images on the disgraced spy grouping and abusing his unconscious victims on his computer. Americans, I guess. Yeah, England people. Brian Jeffrey Raymond was handed his sentence by a Washington, D.C. court on Wednesday, nearly a year after he pleaded guilty to one count each of sexual abuse, abusive sexual contact, coercion, and enticement, and transportation of obscene material. As part of a plea deal with federal prosecutors, Raymond admitted to raping an additional 4 women, sexually abusing 6, and taking obscene photographs of 28 female victims. Raymond's crimes began in 2006 and spanned nearly 2 decades. Prosecutors told the court last year how the veteran agent would use dating apps to meet his victims while posted in Mexico, Peru, and other countries. He will meet these victims at his government-leased apartment, serve them spiked drinks, and sexually assault them after they lost consciousness. And there's more from CIA. So yeah, I guess Russia today is just start talking about the CIA. Yeah, everybody should talk about CIA, or they will destroy our cell phones and we'll lost our channels. We will lost our journalism. We will lost our Samsung cell phones. CIA will destroy you and your cell phone. Not in that order. They will destroy your cell phone and maybe will kill you. I will do a graphic, I will do a draw about this. Because this is an insight I had a lot of time ago. Like, you are watching a screen, like let's say a laptop, and suddenly there is a laser, a huge laser from the screen, and just burn you, just turn you into coal. What about that? But they prefer to explode the device, the gadget. As part of a plea deal with federal prosecutors, Raymond admitted to raping an additional 4 women, sexually abusing 6, taking obscene photographs of 28 female victims. Raymond's crimes began in 2006 and spanned nearly 2 decades. The FBI Justice Department, well, there's a related news. Look, read more. Venezuela foils CIA plot to kill Maduro. Interior Minister, yeah. That's more normal. Yeah, everybody against CIA. Woo! The FBI Justice Department and State Department began investigating Raymond in 2020 after police in Mexico City responded to a naked woman screaming for help from the balcony of Raymond's residence. According to court filings, the woman told officers that she had been drugged and raped by Raymond, and Raymond later admitted to sexually abusing her. Investigators later found more than 500 images of nude and unconscious women on Raymond's computer. In some of the images, Raymond could be seen groping the women, forcing their eyelids open, and placing his fingers inside their mouths. Prosecutors told the court how Raymond kept detailed records on his victims, quote, noting their age, ethnicity, and at times whether their breasts were real. Quote, when this predator was a government employee, he lured unsuspecting women to his government-leased housing and drugged them. U.S. Attorney Graves said in a statement on Wednesday, quote, after drugging these women, he stripped, sexually abused, and photographed them. Today's sentence ensures that the defendant will be properly marked as a sex offender for life, and he will spend a substantial portion of the rest of his life behind bars. Addressing Raymond during Wednesday sentencing hearing, U.S. District Judge Colin Collar-Cotelli called for the former spy a sexual predator and told him that he was, quote, going to have a period of time to think about this. In addition to the prison sentence, Raymond was ordered to pay $260,000 in damages and remain on parole for the rest of his life. On parole. And actually, I heard a CIA interview on YouTube. I heard that, and well, this guy didn't like CIA is a bad job in the end, you know. Of course, they have a lot of power. They can do a lot of damage, but this is not a good environment, you know. This is terrible. Anyway, September 15th. So to be a CIA agent is a negative thing to do, you know, because of the bad environment. September 15, 2024. Home World News. Venezuela foils CIA plot to kill Maduro, Interior Minister. Diosdado Cabello claims the arrested suspects, including a U.S. serviceman, were planning to conduct acts of terrorism. Venezuelan Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello. Venezuela's security service has thwarted a CIA-backed plot to assassinate President Nicolas Maduro and stage acts of terrorism, the Interior Minister has claimed. Diosdado Cabello said two Spanish, one Czech, and 3 U.S. nationals, including a member of the American military in active service, had been detained, and that several hundred military-grade firearms had been seized. A contested presidential election back in July saw Maduro re-elected for a third term with 52% of the vote. However, the opposition accused the government of rigging the ballot. The US, EU, most Latin American states, and the G7 have since refused to recognize Maduro as the elected head of state. Caracas, in turn, has accused Washington of attempting to stage a coup. Speaking to the broadcaster Telesur on Saturday, Cabello claimed that a U.S. citizen named Wilber Castaneda, a member of a Navy SEAL detachment decorated for missions in Afghanistan and Iraq, was the ringleader of one of the groups. He was apprehended on September 1st, the minister added. A spokesperson for the U.S. Department of State confirmed to the EFE media outlet that several American citizens, including an active serviceman, had been detained in Venezuela. The official, however, categorically dismissed allegations of a U.S. government role in any conspiracy to oust Maduro. The Venezuelan Interior Minister also revealed that 2 Spanish nationals, José María Basoa Valdovinos and Andrés Martínez Adasme, had been detained in the south of the country. According to Diosdado Cabello, both are connected to Spain's National Intelligence Center, a claim Madrid has denied. The plan supposedly involved mercenaries and Venezuelan criminal groups and envisaged, among other things, mass prison riots across the country. The alleged conspirators smuggled in some 400 firearms, which Venezuelan security forces seized, Cabello said. The group was also allegedly seeking to procure C4 plastic explosives. He went on to suggest that the entire operation had been directed by the White House and the CIA, and envisaged the assassination of President Maduro as well as Executive Vice President Delcy Rodriguez and Cabello himself. The suspected saboteurs were also intending to stage a false flag attack on the Argentinian embassy in Caracas and to pin it on the Venezuelan government, the minister claimed. In addition, the group had plans to attack public utilities and transport infrastructure across Venezuela, according to Cabello. Quote, "We want the world to know that Venezuela is under siege by force of imperialism," the interior minister stated, pointing the finger at the far-right forces at home. Quote, Spain has to do with this, and the U.S. is managing this operation," Cabello alleged. And, well, it's true. Latin America, from Mexico, as Rui Costa Pimenta from PCO says from COTV, there's coup attempts, there's coup plans, there's coup plans or attempts or threats. Yeah, there's coup threats in Mexico, Colombia, and that's it. The rest is all imperialism. The rest is a mess, you know. The rest is terrible. Chile, I guess Chile is the country with most suicidal people, you know, since a long time. Mercy is too lazy over there. I'm throwing some stones, but she don't want to make some sports. You have to throw the stone on her mouth. Oh, she didn't like it. Well, that's it. Tomorrow I will read some DCO news. DCO, you know, Trotskyism. Trotskyism is very nice because it's materialist. It's pure Marxism. In my opinion, that's the truth. That's the truth about the world. That's the truth about history. That's the whole truth. Marxism. I'm going to watch what's going on, I don't know where, in CGTN. Yeah. So I will tell you, I guess Russia is kind of desperate. Russia is getting desperate. Russia is feeling the pain of Russia is running out of money. I'm not a Zionist. I'm not from the far right. I'm not actually I support Russia. I want the best for Russia, but looks like Russia is not winning like they thought in the first place. I guess they never thought about an easy win, but things are getting complicated for the future. That's the whole truth. And maybe China will I don't know how to say it. Maybe there will be treason from China to Russia. They will betray. Maybe China will betray Russia. It's just a feeling. So CGTN, China, September 22, 2024. China celebrates Harvest Festival, showcases agricultural achievements. Farmers sang and danced at a park to celebrate the Chinese Farmers Harvest Festival, Bay City, South China's Guangxi Shuang Autonomous Region. September 22 is the 7th Chinese Farmers Harvest Festival this year. Regions across the country have held activities to celebrate the harvest in recent days. In Weihai, a city in East China's Shandong province, the main event kicked off in Wenquan town. The celebration started with the booming rhythm of fishermen's work songs. setting the stage for vibrant performances by representatives from Shandong's 16 cities, including village songs, float parades, and other existing events. The venue also hosted a farmers market featuring delights from all corners of the region. In East China's Jiangsu province, the festivities started 2 days earlier in Shenzhen City. Visitors flocked to the busy agricultural market to buy grapes, tea, pastries, beef jerky, and flowers. Staff members enthusiastically introduced the unique flavors and benefits of their local specialties. Down in Heshan City, South China's Guangdong province, a grand fire dragon dance was held to celebrate the festival. Over 100 young performers paraded through the village, while everyone, young and old, joined in to pray for good weather and plentiful harvest. China set the autumnal equinox in the lunar calendar as the Chinese Farmers Harvest Festival in 2018 is the first national holiday dedicated to farmers. This year's celebrations aim to showcase rural vitality and agricultural achievements, invigorate urban and rural markets, and promote consumer spending, according to an official from the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs. A photograph here. A specialty agricultural product exhibition is held Wuhan City, Central China's Hubei Province, September 21, 2024. Recent data from the National Bureau of Statistics shows that China's overall grain production capacity has steadily increased since 2012. In 2015, grain output surpassed 650 million tons, a milestone that has been consistently maintained for the past 9 years. By 2023, China's per capita grain output reached 423 kilograms, a figure that had exceeded the global average for several consecutive years. China's approach to grain production, just a brief comment. This is interesting in China because China is a communist country, a socialist country. They really divide this amount of grains, you know. There are really 493 kilograms for each Chinese, or maybe less, you know. Maybe not all Chinese have all this amount of grain, but definitely they socialize the grains. China's approach to grain production has also shifted from extensive quantity-driven methods to a balanced focus on both quality and efficiency. By 2023, the country had developed over 66.7 million hectares of high-standard farmland. The overall mechanization rate for crop planting and harvesting across the nation now exceeds 73%. Wheat production has achieved near total mechanization, and the mechanization rates for corn and rice planting and harvesting are over 80%. Additionally, China continues to invest in agricultural infrastructure, including irrigation systems and disaster prevention measures to ensure food security. And at the same time, the country is advancing its agricultural technological innovations, significantly boosting productivity and efficiency in the sector. Liu Xiaojing, Dean of the School of Economics at Renmin University of China, emphasized that as Chinese modernization advances, there is an urgent need to accelerate the modernization of agriculture and rural areas, including, according to Liu, it's essential to increase urban integration for farmers, allowing those who move to cities equal access to employment opportunities and public services, advancing the quote one country one industry. One country one industry is like Belt and Road, one belt one road. One county one industry initiative is also critical, said Liu. He explained that the policy encourages counties to develop large-scale leading industries based on their unique resources so that they can expand land management to establish integrated systems for processing, storage, and research. Liu also highlighted the importance of increasing the complexity of agricultural products and rural economic activities. He suggested enhancing the cultural value of agricultural products, diversifying them, and transforming additional products into premium specialties to increase their market value. There's more, but yeah, I'm going to read because it's just 1 minute. Culture China, September 22, 2024. Farmers across China welcome their harvest festival. Farmers earned dry corn and chilies in Yunnan County, Hubei Province on September 21, 2024, ahead of the Farmers Harvest Festival. September 22 marks the 7th Farmers Harvest Festival in China, as fields are now filled with golden wheat, bountiful corn, and plum fruits. Farmers across China are busy with reaping, picking, and sorting. The sincere smile on their face indicates a bumper yield after months of industrious cultivation. Nice, yeah. So I guess agriculture is very important in China history, for at least for the 20th century. I guess everybody knows that from Mao Zedong, you know, and his successors. The successor, it was even more important, because he, as I was listening podcasts on YouTube, I don't remember the name of the small one, the Mao Zedong successor. He prized it for agriculture initiative, and I don't remember now, but yeah, the agricultures, the farmers, I guess, yeah, it's all the same. In China, they could produce more and make more money. That was in China after Mao Zedong. But you know, people criticize Mao Zedong, but from the political point of view, it was absolutely necessary. This, I will say, communist shock. This is I just created this communist shock. That could be, I will call this video just because of this insight, the communist shock. The world China won because of the communist shock. Yeah, I will take note of this. China won because of the communist shock. I just sent this to my secretary. I have a Brazilian secretary. It's just a friend. But yeah, without Mao Zedong, there would be nothing in China. Just capitalism, you know, just fakery, neoliberal shock therapy, you know, nothing. Just China will be just like Sri Lanka, Argentina, understand? So sad. And now, just like that, China is hope for the world. China is hope for the world. This analysis, September 22, 2024. Technology assists acceleration of China's agricultural modernization. It's all about agriculture now in CGTN. Li Shunding Zhou Yani. Farmers driving harvesters to collect mature rice crop in Anhui Province, China, September 22. I don't have 4 minutes, but I will try to run. Editor's note: Li Shunjin is a professor at the School of Economics and Management at China in Agricultural University. Zhou Yan is a doctoral student at the School of Economics and Management at China Agricultural University. The article reflects the author's opinion and do not necessarily the views of CGTN. The vast fields of China resonate with the hum of agricultural machinery, orchestrating a symphony of harvest. In 2023, China's total grain output reached 695.41 billion kilograms. There's a lot, billion kilograms, marking 9 consecutive years of stability above 650 billion kilograms. In 2024, summer grains have once again yielded a bumper harvest, and with a steady increase in autumn grain, accruage another abundant season is anticipated. Behind these achievements lies the rapid advancement of agricultural modernization and the formidable force of technological innovation in China. Subtitle: Technological innovation promotes agricultural modernization. Core to grain yield improvement is the enhancement of crop variety in recent years. China has made significant breakthroughs in breeding major grains crops such as rice, wheat, and corn. Through gene editing and hybrid breeding technologies, high quality new varieties that are resistant to pests, diseases, drought, and waterlogging have been developed. For instance, the promotion of super rice has significantly increased per unit rice yields, contributing substantially to grain production growth. The integration of the Internet of Things, IoT, big data, and artificial intelligence, AI, is profoundly transforming additional agriculture. Field sensors provide real-time monitoring of soil moisture, temperature, and nutrient levels. Intelligent irrigation systems use this data to precisely control water application, conserving water resources while optimizing crop growth conditions. The use of drones for pesticide application has increased efficiency, reduced pesticide usage, and minimized environmental pollution. I'm not sure about what I'm going to say, but I was watching some videos of ducks eating prigs, insects in rice plantations, I guess. Close collaboration between research institutions and farmers has accelerated the transformation of agricultural technological achievements. Agricultural technology extension stations have been established nationwide, offering regular training to enhance farmers' technological literacy. Demonstration fields showcase the significant effects of new technologies and varieties, driving regional agricultural development. A photograph here: drones carrying out pest control and crop fertilization in the fields Hebei Province, China, September 14, 2024. Agricultural mechanization enhances production efficiency. Substantial investment in modern agricultural machinery has markedly enhanced production efficiency. High performance harvesters, seeders, transplanters, and plant protection drones have shifted agricultural production from manual labor to mechanization and automation. The application of automatic navigation and precise positioning technologies had made machinery operation more efficient and convenient. I guess I have no more time. Yeah, no more time for... But you know, agriculture in China is a historical icon because of this... I don't remember now. I will ask ChatGPT. He's a famous president, Chinese president quote about cat. So this guy was a farmer guy, I guess. No, who knows. Deng Xiaoping, look, the quote you are referring to is from Deng Xiaoping, a Chinese leader who played a pivotal role in China's economic reforms. Yeah, so Deng Xiaoping, he promoted the capitalism in agriculture. They gave free to Chinese. They price it. Understand? They wait for capitalism initiatives in farm. And well, I guess it's not too late to show this. I guess it's kind of wrong. But there's a Chinese agricultural woman sexy times in China. Some sexy times in China. Maybe it's too late. Maybe just sexiness. But definitely there is some Chinese woman, sexy woman in China. Look, this is from Facebook. Maybe I'm absolutely wrong doing this, but oh, this is from YouTube. Yeah, understand, there's a beautiful Chinese woman showing his ass and planting rice.